I know, somebody told me, so I don't know this for a fact, but somebody told me St. Bartz, St. Bartholomew's, which is known as a thriving Episcopal congregation, had $40 million bill to just restore their dome of their church. So it cost them $40 million. Now, my reaction to that was, tear it down. Now, all of my other clerical colleagues were like, that's scandalous, you can't mean that. And I was like, no, I really do mean it. $40 million could probably eradicate HIV/AIDS in Honduras for the most part. I want to be clear about emergent church too. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are writing books about it. A lot of people are trying to define it. As a practitioner, I want to tell you honestly, no one really knows what the emergent/emerging church is. In fact, what you'll find within a smaller community of practitioners is that many of us are beginning to distance ourselves from the term because the church, not just our denomination, the Episcopal Church, but other denominations, are starting to latch on to the term, thinking that it's like the killer app, that this is the next application that can resuscitate and rescue us from all of our problems. It is not that. I think what people are beginning to recognize now is something that the church has been talking about as long as I can remember in the church, and my memory in the church is 25 years. I'm 40 years old, so I came into the church at 15. And I know for as long as I can remember, I sort of entered the church in what the Anglican/Episcopal Church called the decade of evangelism. Now, I think the ultimate result of the decade of evangelism is it was a failure. That's not a bad thing. The bad thing is that we didn't really learn from our failure, I think. We didn't step back in 1990 and say like, okay, so if we had a decade here, what did it look like? Well, we had, the decade of evangelism, we actually lost, 7% of our membership or whatever the number is.